If you're not happy with your current sleep habits because you lie awake for hours past your bedtime, then this video will show you 3 steps to fix your sleep schedule so you don't have to suffer from sleepless nights any longer. When your sleep habits are a total mess, you may have experienced some of the following things. You either don't fall asleep quickly, you start thinking about the fact that you cannot sleep, or you don't feel tired when you get into bed. So what happens when you combine these 3 problems? You can either notice it by tossing and turning in bed, having an active mind, or worrying that you won't sleep at all. In the following 3 steps, I will share ways you can try out so you can prevent that from happening in the first place. The first step is setting your sleep schedule. Before you set it, you need to determine what time you need to wake up in the morning to have enough time for your morning routine to get ready for the day. How much time do you usually need from the moment you wake up to when you get out the door? Once you know that, calculate your optimal sleeping time. One way of figuring this out is by keeping a sleep journal. Document your sleep pattern during 2 weeks and write down your bedtime when you go to bed, hours in bed, which is the total hours you're physically in bed each night, not including reading time, hours asleep, which is the total hours you were actually asleep. It might be difficult if you're tossing and turning for a while, but try to be as accurate as you can. Wake up time, and finally, how you felt the next day. After 2 weeks, you can work out the average amount of time you were actually asleep each night. Depending on if you felt energized, alert, and able to do your best throughout the day, or sleep deprived, you need to make some changes accordingly in your sleep habits, which takes us to the second step. Adjusting. Aim to make small adjustments over time to your sleep schedule in order to improve the chances that the changes will work in the long term. For example, start with going to bed 15 minutes earlier and wake up 15 minutes earlier. Another way is to only be in bed for the amount of time you're actually sleeping. If you know that you sleep this amount of hours per night on average, but you realize that you were in bed for 1.5 hours more than that, spending 90 frustrating minutes to fall asleep, get out of bed if you don't fall asleep. For most people, it takes 15 to 40 minutes to fall asleep, so if you're still awake after this time, get up and do something that relaxes you until you're tired again. What's important here is not allowing yourself to lie in bed tossing and turning while feeling stressed or worried that you won't be able to sleep. If you need to, you can even repeat part of your relaxing night routine. The third step is maintaining. When it comes to maintaining the sleep schedule you've now set and adjusted, it's all about following it with consistency. Sometimes we cannot avoid interruptions to our schedule, but try not to stay up much later than you need to. The more persistent you are, the better your chance is of improving your sleep. Question of the week: how many hours of sleep do you need to be your best self? And how many hours are you actually getting in reality right now? Leave your comment and let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.